Hello YouTubers, Charles here from Hellcat Entertainment. Welcome to or welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you my personal project car, Trinity. Trinity is a 1997 Honda Prelude Type SH. I've been building her for the last 5 years or so and put a lot of heart, soul, blood, sweat, and tears into this project. So within this video, I'm going to talk about the exterior of the car. I'll take you inside, show you what kind of modifications I've done inside the chassis, inside the cabin there, and also show you the modifications that I've done to the engine and underneath the hood. All right, so to start with the exterior, the 5th gen Prelude has always been my pride and joy. I've always loved the 5th gen Preludes. Back when they first came out, I was in high school, around 16 years of age. I had a 1998 Honda Civic hatchback. I could not afford the Honda Prelude because back in the day, these were going for about $23,000 to $24,000 brand new, and that was definitely out of my budget. So it was nice that over the years I've able to own 4 of them total. This one here, number 3, hence the name Trinity. The 4th one I gave to Kenzie so that way she could have a car to rock, and she loves the Prelude. It's an automatic blue one named Smurfette. Put a little love into that one as well, but this one here has been the best build that I have built yet. So I am definitely a carbon fiber fanatic. Ever since I've seen carbon fiber, I was like, holy crap, I love that shiny stuff and I want to put it all over the car. And that was before I even knew that, hey, it's lightweight, it's more durable, and has benefits to it as well. So to start with the exterior here, I do have a carbon fiber Seibon hood with the matching carbon fiber lip kit from Seibon as well. And this lip kit goes all the way around the front lip, the 2 side skirts, as well as the rear lip. I have a carbon fiber headlight intake from Password JDM, as well as a grille blocker from Password JDM. I do have eyelids that are made out of carbon fiber that I got from Japanese auctions. I have carbon fiber mirror covers that I got from Japanese auctions. And I do have the carbon fiber fenders that were made by Ctrends, which also matches the cowl here, which was also made by Ctrends. So I got both of those as a package deal. That pretty much wraps it up in the front end. In the back, the Seibon trunk is carbon fiber, as well as the rear spoiler. It is a Mugen rep carbon fiber spoiler that I got from Password JDM about 5 years ago when they had it listed on their website. Really hard to find. Can't say that I've seen it on any other Prelude. Same thing with the lip kit. I've seen people with the front carbon fiber lip, but I haven't seen them with the rest of the kit. So I got JDM LED custom taillights with 32 dynamic LED patterns for the turn signals that I got from the Japanese auctions. And in the front here we have the clear turn signals as well as the amber fog lights. We got her dropped on Tein Flex Z coilovers and sitting on Motegi tracklite 17-inch wheels. I decided to cut my Seibon hood. People think I'm crazy, but I cut a nice big hole in the Seibon hood so that way I could put the track spec hood vent in there for that ram horn header that I have. You'll see later, because that thing produces a lot of heat, and you could tell this vent is working because as I'm sitting at a light, you could see the heat rising up and out of the hood. So I got to have the neon green 1904 Ludes placard right here, vinyl sticker to represent the team. And up top, the roof was oxidizing, so I sanded it down, and I had Kenzie, aka Burning Rose. She painted a galaxy theme up top there, and I clear coated it to seal it in. You'll see that repeated galaxy theme underneath the hood, underneath the trunk, as well as inside the vehicle. You'll see it up in the headliner, up in the A-pillars, and painted items in the back of the vehicle inside as well. Last but not least, I got some WeatherTech little wind guards, rain guards, that way you could vent the windows in the rain. Even though I am never going to actually drive this car in the rain, I don't want rain getting in the hood vent, and I definitely don't want rain getting sucked up and into my intake. So that pretty much wraps it up and sums up the exterior of the vehicle. Let's take you inside and show you the cabin. All right, so moving on into the interior, we have a few things going on here. Let's go ahead and start with the seat that I'm sitting in. I have a pair of Energy Racing bucket seats and the Energy Racing 5-point racing harness. Currently, though, I only have the 4 points attached. I don't have the hole drilled in the floorboard yet to get that 5th point in there, but it is capable of it. I love these seat belts. It does have a quick release on them to make it convenient to get in and out. To steer, got the Momo Racing carbon steering wheel attached to an Energy Racing hub, and yes, I do have the horn hooked up, as most people don't know how to hook it up and just don't hook it up. I also have the SRS delete, so there is going to be no SRS light up on the dashboard, because I don't want any lights up on the dashboard. They bug the heck out of me. So also I got the X series gauges by AEM, and this is going to be controlling the fuel pressure, the oil pressure, and the air fuel ratio sensor, so I could trim my fuel trim properly. And got to know the basics, the oil pressure, fuel pressure. Hopefully having a boost gauge coming soon. That's in the works. It is just a generic triple gauge pod that I did custom kind of cut and fabricate to get it to fit here perfectly, and I siliconed all around the sides just to make sure that it's nice and flush. Kenzie again did the interior painting. It's all Galaxy themed up here on the headliner, Galaxy themed on the A pillars, as well as the pillars and moldings in the back. The back is pretty much gutted. I do have a Brom harness bar that's back there. Also a JLW7 subwoofer, because I love my bass. So powering the whole system, I do have a Pioneer double DIN head unit with the Bluetooth, as well as the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, because having no wires is very convenient. I love not having to plug in any wires. That thing flows to a JL Audio HD 900 watt amp, and got a JL C2 components up in the front, 6.5-inch components, as well as JL C2 6x9s in the back. This thing definitely sounds very clean. Wonderful, I love it. I got Dynamat all on the inside to make sure that nothing in here rattles when that bass is hitting. So also 6-speed shift knob, because you get the most horsepower out of whatever shift knob you have. I feel very powerful with the neon green shift knob to match this whole neon green theme that I got going on. It is attached to a hybrid racing short shifter. Such a wonderful short shifter. I did get the bushings on both ends of the shifter link, so this thing is just very, very notchy. Love it. Had cruise control buttons custom made down here, so I could still use the cruise control, but then I eventually deleted the cruise control, so I'm going to find something new to make these buttons do something else, maybe the underglow and interior glow that I have. I have switches for that elsewhere, but I might move those switches here. Got a Broadway mirror to make sure I see things clear as you're speeding up and down the highway. And of course a bunch of cool little stickers up on the visors here for all the different parts and products that were made. Skylar Labs came in clutch with the aluminum door handles, because everyone knows that Preludes, well, unfortunately these door handles like to break. So with the aluminum billet door handles, they are not going to break anytime soon. I did a little Galaxy paint theme on a couple of the interior pieces, and then carbon fiber trim on the panels here, center console, also the door lid, and this is real carbon fiber, not the OEM Honda carbon fiber, because when I'm doing carbon fiber, I got to make sure that it is real. But that's pretty much it for the interior, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and move on to what's going on underneath the hood. All right, so under the hood we got quite a bit going on. Let's start with my favorite carbon fiber accessories. We do have a carbon fiber cooling plate by Pastor JDM. We got a carbon fiber fuse box cover from Pastor JDM as well. You can better see the wiper cowl now from Ctrends, who made that custom. No wiper arms, like I said, deleted the wiper arms. Carbon fiber distributor cover as well. Got a good dress-up goodies here from Downstar, as well as VMS Racing. VMS Racing also made my camshaft gears. They're adjustable camshaft gears, got some spikes on there. You'll see the coil-on plug setup here that does connect to the Apollo chip of my computer. It is a P28 chipped ECU with Honda S300 and the Apollo tuning coil-on plug chip. I do have boost by gear in it as well for future, because I do plan on turbocharging this. The engine block itself is still the H22A4. However, it is the base model H22A4 and not the SH block, because I got rid of the ATTS system. No more ATTS. I instead got a base model transmission, and I got LSD in there, as well as M Factory carbon synchros. So again, that helps keep everything really nice and notchy. The whole engine is mounted in place by Innovative Engine Mounts. These are 90A mounts, so very stiff. Lots of vibrations, but the Dynamat that I have in there and a lot of things that I've done to help kind of tighten things up, you can't really actually tell that it's that vibrational, so to say, if that's even the right way to say it. you'll see attached to the block is the PLM ram horn header. I love the look of this thing. I love the sound of it as well. The sound definitely changed quite a bit when I changed to the PLM ram horn header. It is attached to a custom downpipe where there is no catalytic converter. Shh. And it goes straight to the NVIDIA Q300 exhaust, which definitely sounds very lovely, nice and deep. It's the only exhaust I've found that kind of reminds me of the Grady Evo 2, but I couldn't find the Grady Evo 2 since they don't make that exhaust anymore. On the other side, we got the Skunk 2 intake manifold, as well as a 70mm Skunk 2 throttle body attached to the AEM V2 cold air intake. I did put a custom green truck filter on there, so that way we could have a lot more airflow coming in with this giant filter, especially coming in through the carbon fiber intake tube. Like I said, the air intake temperatures are just way down after putting in the carbon fiber headlight intake there. In the back, it's really hard to see. I do have an AEM high flow fuel rail, as well as the AEM fuel pressure regulator. I decided to paint my alternator Galaxy Blue to kind of match the theme. Painted the power steering pump pulley neon green because, again, paint adds so much horsepower. Everybody knows that. We got the Mishimoto radiator hiding under the cooling plate right here. It's the dual layer aluminum Mishimoto radiator with the slim fans, so that way it keeps this thing extra cool. All in all, that's pretty much the gist of it from what you could see. Inside the cylinder head, I do have the Skunk 2 Stage 2 tuner cams in there. I do also have the full Skunk 2 valve train with the valve springs and the titanium seats and everything in there. So the head is built right now, but unfortunately the lower end is not built quite yet. I don't have any actual real-world numbers as far as the dyno is concerned on this vehicle. It's never been on an official dyno. I've only done some street tuning myself where I'll just record some data, park the car, trim the fuel accordingly, and kind of set different parameters based on what I'm feeling. I'm not a pro tuner, so I'm still kind of learning the ins and outs of it, so keeping it pretty basic. I do plan on rebuilding the lower end, which I have all the parts for that currently. And once the lower end gets rebuilt, then of course it's actually going to get on the dyno and see what kind of real world numbers we make. She's going to stay all motor for right now, but the plans by the end of next year, hopefully by the end of next year, is to get this car turbocharged, and I want to get in at least 300 horsepower to the wheels, if not 350. Not trying to go too crazy because I do kind of want to drive this on the street. I'm not trying to make this a drag racing car. If anything, this is going to be like an autocrossing car. I want to just have enough power to hit some corners really fast and just enjoy the overall ride. All right, so there you have it. With all the talking and everything out of the way, let's cue the fancy gimbal shots. All right, and that is a wrap. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. That is Trinity, my project car, the 1997 Honda Prelude. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Every subscription and view helps so that way I can continue creating content like that. So if you enjoy cars, you enjoy anything with the motor, if you enjoy models, or you enjoy photography and videography, this is the channel for you. So please subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Peace.